wanted to get my own place and leave the shelter too, because I need to get the frig out of it.
Only been a few hours, but it felt like days.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Let me just go ahead and just introduce myself. Hi, my name is Diana. Welcome. Honestly, I am so finally glad I actually get to be back in here though. It's been a long time like right now. So now I am back like right now. So right now I'm gonna just give you guys a little story time of how I actually came from the shelter to now living in my brand new space, which I'm currently like living like right now, and I'm so happy for it. So before I actually came to the shelter, so I came from a very toxic home. So I got kicked out from my parents' house and I was living on the street for 1 week and I had nowhere to go. Plus I was sleeping in a big huge park at the time. I had no food, no water, no nothing, and plus at the time too, like I even almost got arrested by police and those stuff. Even the security guard were trying to keep me out the park because they told me I can't stay there. And then like I was calling some few of the shelters and everything, so I found a shelter and they actually took me in. When I first came to the shelter, like honestly I was going through so much. Like I was going through like so much and everything, plus I was just struggling with myself, and this is how I actually get to started my transition. So for you guys don't actually know is that I am transgender, I'm a trans woman, and I did started my transition when I actually came to the shelter, and like it was one of the most best thing I ever do, because this is a time I finally get to be myself and those stuff. Because growing up as a child, like I always knew that I was different. I always knew I was a girl. I always knew I was a female. I always knew this. I was a very feminine person, and this is just who I am. So when I did started my transition at the shelter there though, like it was very good. So I actually can get to just move around, be myself, and just live my life. But honestly, it was not easy though. It was not easy. And the staff there, honestly, shout out to the staff who were actually there. Is that you guys did so much for me though. Like you guys actually they do help me with my transition. Like they help me so much. They let me get to be more comfortable so I can able to just be myself and just be happy. It was not easy though, trust me, it was not an easy road. I got bullied there, and like some of the people there, they would pick on me a lot. They would call me, they would say some very disrespectful stuff against me. I even got misgendered there. Every single time I got misgendered. When I told them like my pronouns are she and her, sometimes they do respect me. Like most of the girls were there, they do respect me, but the guys, they were actually kind of bit like cuckoo and everything, so they just don't give a shit. Some of the guys there, they kind of pretty cool, but half of the guys there, they just don't give a shit. So when I was there, honestly, like I was mentally draining, like to the point I even got bullied, because at the time when I was at the shelter, I was stooding up for my friend, because like my friend at the time, she was in a relationship with somebody, and then the guy, he cheated on her, and then the girls there, they all took the guy away from her, because I was stood up for my friend. And like my friend at the time, she was going through an awful breakup, and then I was being there like supporting her to make sure that she's okay, because I know like she's been hurt because the guy, he cheated on her though. And the girls there, they all took the guy away from her when she was at work at the time too. And like it put me in a really bad state though, to see that like my friend has been going through a lot. One of the girls there, they didn't want it to fight me and those stuff, like, but at the time I kind of did stood up for myself because I'm not gonna let nobody like fuck with me or even disrespect me. So I did stand up for myself and I stand up and I don't give a shit. So when I was there, no, at the time, no, like I was mentally draining too. Like I even wanted to commit suicide though, because I remember one winter night, it was coming to the New Year's around those time. I was sick. I was mentally sick. Some of the people there, they were actually bullying me and like they were actually like disrespecting me and those are because I was going through a lot at the time there. And plus my friend at the time, she was going through a breakup, so I was with her. So honestly, like it took a lot on me though, and I was mentally drained. Like, and I even had a bad flu at the time too. Like I was sick. I have to went to the hospital too because it was so bad though. Like I was in bed rest for 1 month. I was in bed rest for 1 month, like, and I couldn't even move and everything. Like I was mentally sick. And then I was there and everything, so and it was some moments were pretty good because even at the shelter they do have programs there where you actually go and you actually attend and those stuff. So for me, I attend like all of those programs there, but trust me, some of the people there were actually crazy. Even when I was at the shelter though, is that sometimes people would get into fights and those, or sometimes you have police comes, fire truck comes. Like it was crazy though. Put this like right then because I'm currently just editing this like right now. So sometimes when I was there, most of the time I would have some crazy ass roommates. So like let me tell you, like people there, they're actually freaking crazy though. Sometimes they will have a little bad odor smell and like it will smell so freaking bad when I was there. Like, because honestly, I used to hate having roommates though. Like that shit was so bad. I remember one time when I was there, so some people there, they were having a lot of sexual activities like outside the bushes and those stuff, like in the shelter. Like let me tell you, like people there, they do sexual activities in the bushes though, like at the shelter though. Sometimes people there, they got into a lot of fights and those stuff, like people being getting kicked out. Sometimes even at the shelter though, most of the time they do have curfew and those stuff, so you have to be back at a certain time though. Some of the people though, they don't come back, so they got kicked out. Obviously they got discharged and those stuff. So discharge means that like if you don't come back at a certain time, they kick you out and you lose your bed. So honestly, it was so bad, honestly. And don't get me started on the food though. Like the food there was totally shit. The food was so trash. The food was very trash. It was trash. The food was trash. But sometimes they would have like donation and those, so they would bring like Popeyes and those, so they bring like a lot of Popeyes for us to eat and those. So sometimes they would have like little art night, little art show. Like yeah, there was a lot of good days though, there was a lot of bad horrible days when I was there though. Like, and even when I was there though, sometimes people, they would look at me differently though. They would give me side eyes and also like some of the people there, they do respect me, but you have some, they don't give a shit. They don't give a shit about me. They don't even respect me. Like even most of the guys, they were there though. But I used to hang around with the staff a lot though, like talking to the staff every single day, me and my friends though. And then I was there for a little time, plus I was doing my little content like here and there though, and like I was just in my room all the time, just locked up in my room, just doing my little content and those stuff. So but let me get straight into my content now. So I did have my old TikTok account at the time too, but I think I've lost my account though, because like, so I had around like 1,000. Even this is my brand new YouTube account, like right here. So I did have an old channel before where I reached the milestone where I have like my 1,000 subscribers, but like I've lost my account though. It's because my old tablet at the time, it did shut down on me though, and like it was so mentally draining though. Like I even almost lost everything though. At the time though, even at the time when I was at the shelter though, yes, they used to have like a little like stuff like here and there for us to eat and those stuff, and they usually have a lot of programs there that you can able to attend and those stuff. But for me, I always go to the programs there. But the reason why I didn't go to the programs though, because they said you don't go to these programs, they're going to kick you out. So that's what happens though. Because they didn't make these programs like mandatory at the time when I was there. People would like miss programs and those stuff. But for me, I always go to the program. But the reason why I even go to the programs though is just because I didn't want it to learn a lot more, and plus I didn't want it to learn about like, you know, I learned about a lot of things. Plus, because I didn't want it to get back on my feet again, so I can able to get my own place and just leave the shelter. So which I know I have my place right now, which I'm living like right now. So at the time though, like I was going through a lot at the time though. Sometimes at the shelter though, they be always been like moving people a lot though. Like sometimes they put you to this room or they put you to that room and those stuff like. So I remember when all of my friends, they all moved out and everything, have their own places. I was left behind in the shelter. At the same time, I was all alone because I was at the time I have to plan to get my shit together so I can able to get my own place and leave the shelter. So I was the last person to leave and everything because all of my friends, they all moved out. They all have their own places. So because I did make a promise to my friend is that when I get my place, like it will be so much better. So after my friends have moved out and have their own places, I was at the shelter, like I was just wondering like, what am I gonna do now? So I did have some caseworkers at the time. They actually do help me though. But to the staff and the caseworker though for helping me to get back on my feet, helping me to get my income together though. So yeah, so when I finally get all of my shit together now, so now is the time for me right now to start looking for housing. So like I remember like going to all of these places, like looking for housing and those stuff, and honestly it was so mentally draining. Is that I was trying to find places after places, and I remember when I go look at a place, like I got rejected so many times. Like every single time when I went to a place, like people look at me weird. When I told him, even when I told him I am a female, oh, you don't sound like one. But yeah, it was so bad though. And then like I visited so many places though, like I got turned down, like till they reached to the point where I don't even know what to do. So I remember like I went to go see a lot of places. Honestly, it was so mentally stressing. Like it has been stressing me out. Like I've been looking at places, going to all of these places, and every single place I went, nothing, just absolutely just nothing. So I was just mentally like drained. I was just over it, like, but I never give up though. That's one thing about me. I never give up on nothing. So I actually do found this place which I'm actually like living like right now, and like I am so happy though, because was the last straw for me though. So I actually do found my place. So when I did found my place, I remember when I was checking my email and those stuff, and they actually do told me that I got accepted and those stuff. I was so freaking happy. Honestly, because I was going through so much, I didn't want it to get my own place and leave the shelter too. Because I need to get the frig out of there because it is so bad. And because I was aging out at the same time though, because at the shelter though, they have an age gap there though. Like when you reach to a certain age though, you have to get your shit together though, or else they're gonna send you somewhere else. And I didn't want it that though. I just wanted to get my own place again, able to get the frig out of there. Cause that place, honestly, that place was very toxic though. It was so bad living there though. But one thing I can always say that it actually do helps me a lot though, and it bring me to the place where I'm right now living today though, and I absolutely was so amazing for that because I worked so hard for everything though, and it absolutely do pays off though. So back to my media now. So I have three of my platforms. So I did have my old TikTok account and my channel page, and I lost two of those accounts. But I think my old TikTok account, I couldn't get access to it though because I don't remember my password. So because my old tablet at the time, it did shut down on me. Like my whole tablet had shut down. Even almost lost everything. It was mentally draining though. And then so I just decided, you know, I'm gonna just create a whole new account. So I right now, this is my whole brand new account like right now, and I have a whole new account as well too, because I couldn't get access to my old one. But I did finally get my account, which is my Gmail, but I didn't get back my regular account because like I couldn't just get access to them. But like I have this new one like right now, and trust me, it did put me in a huge like mental state and everything, because I needed back my account so I can able to just talk with everybody and get back to talking to my people and everything, because I usually go on live streams and just talk to my followers and those others, basically just talk to my people, you know, just get to interact with them, get to know them and those stuff. And like my freaking tablet just messed up everything. It just make a whole entire mess. So now I have to start it all over again. Which I'm pretty happy though. At least I get to start it all over again because I do love what I do. I do love like do makeup. I do love self-care, because one thing about me, I'm a self-care queen and I do makeup as well. So I just love being like presenting myself. I just love, and because I grew that account and I worked so hard for it though, so I just decided let me just create a new one, which I'm currently like on like right now. So but yeah, so back to what I was saying about the shelter now. So when I was at the shelter now, when I finally hear the news that I actually was leaving, honestly, like I packed my shit up. Like I packed my shit up. Like I packed my shit up. I remember I have to went to the store just to get two bins, like the totes and those stuff, and I have to get rid of so many clothes. Like literally, I have to get rid of so much stuff. Like I have to declutter some stuff, get rid of every single shit though. Like, but it was all worth it though because I knew I need to clock out and get the fuck out. So I'm glad I actually get to leave, and now I am finally here. At the same time though, I didn't want it to leave because that place was so damn toxic and it was a very bad environment though. But one thing I'm gonna say is that like it actually do helps me a lot though, and it helps me to be the person who I'm right now today, and it actually help me to be living into this place where I'm right now today. They actually helped me to get my own place, which I have like right now, and I'm so happy for everything though. And the staff there, they help me, they've been there for me. Going to these programs actually do helps me a lot though. But there is one advice I will give to like anybody: when you come to a shelter, don't just go there and just waste time. please just go there and get your shit together. Go there and actually do make friends and those stuff, but at the same time though, get your shit together though. Get your shit together and get your own place and get the fuck out. So that's what I did though. And that's what actually do helps me a lot. And because I never give any trouble and those stuff, I just always be this good girl, never get into trouble, follow the rules though, make sure I came back before curfew. Honestly, I used to hate the curfew a lot though. But because I wanted to get my bed, I make sure I came back before curfew, because honestly, like, they have curfew there and honestly they do discharge you though. So I didn't want it to lose my bed. And plus, if you get into fights too, they kick you and they send you to like a place called Motel 6. That's where they send people when they got kicked out. If they had a fight, they sent you to Motel 6 and those stuff. So like, just leave those places. It's a bad place. There's a lot of cockroaches there. And yeah, honestly, like, it was a lot though, still though. But one thing can I always say is that there is good come out of it though. Like, there is good come out of it. I know a lot of people, they talk bad things about shelter and those stuff, but if you look at the bright side though, there is good come out of it though, because it can actually like help you to get your shit together though, and to change your life and get your own place and get the fuck out though. Because a lot of people think that though, when you come there, you just know you can get your shit together though. You just need to have that mindset though, and you say, you know what, let me come, let me get my shit together so I can able to get my own place and get the hell out though. And that's what me did, and that's what all of us did. So, and actually, I was so happy though that I finally get to leave the shelter though, and I move it into my brand new place, which I'm currently like living like right now. And I love every aspect of everything. I get to just decorate my place. As you see, like, I get to decorate my place, and like, I am just so happy for everything though, that I finally get to work so hard for everything. So now while I'm here like right now, I can able to start a brand new life here like right now, and I get to be happy like right now. And so this is my actual story time though. I think there is more I'm actually gonna be telling though, and like, honestly, this is my journey though, and how I actually get to came though. And there's one thing I can always say is that never give up on nothing that you always want. Please make sure you pursue your dreams and everything, and always believe in yourself. So I just want to give you guys to give this video a thumbs up. Remember to subscribe to my channel, turn on post notification also too, for each time when I upload a brand new video, and stay tuned for more of these videos too. You can follow me on different other platforms like TikTok and Instagram. So I'm gonna be putting my TikTok initial in the description box below, and my Instagram like also too, so you guys can go follow me on both platforms. So now I'm back on here now. I get to start coming here and produce some more new content now, so you guys will see a lot more from me. I've been doing a lot more self-care, a lot more beauty, a lot more lifestyle, everything just in one. So because I finally get to come back and do what I actually do love to do, I know I'm finally able to be back on here like right now. So see you guys next time in a brand new video. So stay tuned and peace out. Bye.